Welcome to history's mysterious minds, where the veil between worlds is thin and the answers come letter by letter. Tonight we summon a tool born in mystery and steeped in fear, a simple board, a planchette, and questions whispered in the dark. Is it just a game, or something far more ancient? It promised to speak for the dead, and it never truly left us. This is the history of the Ouija board, the talking board that never stopped talking. In the late 1800s, death was everywhere. War, disease, and child mortality touched nearly every family. Spiritualism bloomed in the wake of grief. Mediums claimed to speak with the dead, and seances became parlor rituals across America. In this world of candlelit longing, the Ouija board was born. In 1890, a businessman named Charles Kennard claimed spirits helped design a talking board. He and his partners founded the Kennard Novelty Company. They didn't invent the concept, but they gave it a name, a smooth wooden board, the alphabet, numbers, and yes and no. The planchette slid across with uncanny ease. The board was marketed as a tool, not a toy. The word Ouija came from a seance itself. One of the creators asked the board what it should be called. The answer, Ouija. They asked what it meant. The reply, good luck. Years later, one of the founders claimed the name came from a locket with Ouija inscribed on it. Even its name remains an enigma. To patent the board, they had to prove it worked. The patent officer demanded a demonstration. When asked for his name, the board spelled it out correctly. He turned pale and approved the patent. That moment gave the board its official birth and its first brush with fear. By the early 20th century, the Ouija board became a bestseller. It wasn't just popular, it was unstoppable. Families used it like a spiritual telephone. Parker Brothers would eventually mass-produce it, and for decades it was seen as harmless fun, a party trick, a curiosity. But not everyone saw the board as a game. Stories emerged of possessions, dark voices, and strange behaviours. People said they spoke with demons. Some became obsessed, others terrified. The line between game and gateway began to blur. Researchers offered a rational explanation. They pointed to the ideomotor effect. Tiny, unconscious movements. The users weren't summoning spirits. They were revealing their own minds. But if it was just muscle memory, why did it sometimes seem to know things no one should know? In 1933, a woman in Buffalo claimed the board told her to kill. In 2001, 2 girls in New Mexico stabbed their friend, blaming the board's influence. Across decades, crimes have been linked to its messages. Whether delusion or darkness, the board's influence is undeniable. Hollywood gave the Ouija board a new, chilling reputation. What was once a parlor game became a portal to the unknown. From The Exorcist to Paranormal Activity, it was no longer innocent, it was infamous. No longer a toy, but a harbinger of evil. A tool not of comfort, but of corruption, possession, and fear. Parents hid it, schools discouraged it, pastors preached against its dangers. Some called it a gateway to darkness, others a magnet for the damned. And yet, ironically, inevitably, sales soared. The more people were warned, the more they wanted to know, because in the end, curiosity always outpaces fear, and nothing tempts the human mind like a mystery sealed behind silence. In 1966, Parker Brothers bought the rights to the Ouija board. That same year, it outsold Monopoly, becoming a household name. What began as a tool for spiritualists was now a game night staple. By the early 2000s, a pink and purple version was even marketed to young girls. From seance to slumber party, the board kept evolving. Its look softened, its audience expanded, but its core remained unchanged. Beneath the plastic and pastel lay the same unsettling promise: ask and you may receive. Some saw a toy, others a doorway. The packaging shifted, but the mystery endured. The board never needed proof, just someone willing to believe and listen. Mediums warned the public. Ouija was not a toy. It opened doors, but offered no way to close them. Without training, they said, you invited anything through. the polite or the malevolent. Most who used it laughed it off, but some never quite laughed again. Many users describe the same strange sensation when using a Ouija board. The planchette seems to move on its own, gliding across the surface with a will that's not entirely theirs. Fingers tingle, breathing slows, the room feels heavier, like something unseen has entered. Time stretches and silence deepens. What's guiding it? A spirit reaching out? The collective subconscious at work? Or the power of suggestion taking hold? Skeptics call it the ideomotor effect, tiny unconscious movements. Believers say it's a message from beyond. Whatever the cause, the effect is undeniable. You feel it. Something is happening, and once it starts, it's hard to forget. Musicians, artists, and authors have credited the board with inspiration, poems, lyrics, entire novels received through the planchette. Some called it channeling, others possession, art born from the beyond or from the deep within. Either way, it speaks. Christian groups have long denounced the board, calling it a portal, a deception, an invitation to evil. Exorcists have blamed it for spiritual unrest. Some churches hold burning rituals for Ouija boards, but condemnation often fuels fascination, and the board endures. Stories cling to the Ouija board like moths to a flame, drawn by the heat of the unknown. Some say it spells out death dates with chilling accuracy. Others claim it whispers ancient names no one should speak. There are tales of boards that refuse to say goodbye, planchettes that move with violent force, and sessions that leave a lingering presence in the room. They say if you burn it, it screams, that it can deceive, that it wants to. And perhaps most unsettling of all, they say once you open the door, even if you never touch the board again, something always stays behind, waiting, watching, unseen but not gone. Others say the board is simply a mirror, a reflection of the user's deepest hopes, fears, and questions. What we think is external may just be internal. The ghost may not be in the room, it may be in us. Today, scholars study the board seriously, as folklore, as psychology, as a cultural mirror. It reflects how we grieve, how we seek, how we fear, more than a toy. It's a ritual in cardboard and ink. Even now, Ouija thrives online. Digital apps, live-streamed seances, TikTok challenges gone wrong. The questions remain the same. The methods just evolve. In a wireless world, the spirits still get through. We turn to the Ouija board not just for answers, but for connection. In moments of grief, curiosity, or desperation, we place our fingers on the planchette and hope that someone or something might reach back. It's a way to feel less alone, to break the silence that death leaves behind. Whether it's a trick of the mind or the touch of a spirit, the experience leaves its mark. Words appear, questions linger. And even if no voice is heard, the message is clear. We are still listening, still hoping, still reaching through the veil for something, someone on the other side. Because in the end, what we seek isn't just answers, it's connection that death couldn't silence. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of history's most mysterious devices. If this story stirred something deeper, share the podcast, subscribe, and leave a review. Have your own haunted tale, send it in. We're always listening. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and remember, some voices don't need a mouth to speak, only a question and a willing hand.